Greetings, gal pals.
Or more than friends?
Friends more than friends. We're talking queer baiting versus coding.
And we're drinking some sencha. Oh. So in some places, like, you have queer coding because maybe, you know, it was a time when you couldn't show gay people together on screen.
Or your network doesn't let you.
Like on Cartoon Network, the makers, Pendleton Ward of Adventure Time, wanted to have Princess Bubblegum and Marceline in a romantic relationship together. It's called Bubbline. It's real. It's canon. Cartoon Network said, this is a kid's show, we don't want you to do that. Yeah, so Pendleton Ward was like, okay, great, we're gonna code this as heavily as we possibly can. There's an episode where Prince Scientist, Bubblegum. Turns out she has been keeping a t-shirt Marceline gave her, and they have a big fight about it, but she's been keeping it because she sleeps in it every single night. Like, they have sleepovers together. That is what coding is like the intention of the people who have made this thing. They want them to be gay, and for some reason it's being withheld.
Queer baiting, on the other hand, is like,
wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more, say no more. It's that sketch. Have you seen that Monty Python sketch where they do that?
It's Stephen Moffat and Sherlock going, like, all the other characters are like, oh yeah, your boyfriend. And they're like, no, we're not gay. We're not gay. They keep doing really, really coded things together, but then really denying it. And then the show itself is saying, no, they're not gay.
So the joke is gay people exist.
The joke is
it's like giving someone a piece of candy and then taking it away and then licking it and throwing it in the trash, and you don't even want that candy. But they can't have it anymore. Yeah.
We recently suggested Caroline watch a movie that May introduced me to, The Phantom, from the 90s, starring Billy Zane. It's a superhero movie. And it also
watch it. We'll wait. We'll be here. Pause. Really? Go watch it. Come back. You're welcome.
We're gonna talk about it. Kristy Swanson is in it as, like, the cool girl, and then a young Catherine Zeta-Jones is like an evil pilot.
As a super femme pilot. And Kristy Swanson comes on in her, like, rickety adventure, jawed person in a tie, like, short bobbed curly hair.
What we're talking about is coded as a lesbian.
I mean, she even has, like, a cravat in one scene.
No. Catherine Zeta-Jones has the cravat. Okay. Both of them wear pants, which was radical in the 30s. Yeah.
They're like for women who preferred women.
All of Catherine Zeta-Jones's pilots are women. Because Billy Zane's like, you've got a ship full of women. And she's like, all my pilots are women.
And they aren't shot, like, from a male gaze perspective. No. There's a whole scene in which a pilot in her underwear is talking to a man, and that woman's sexuality does not come up. She's framed from, like, here up. She's just talking to him. It's clear these women are clearly not to be consumed by men, and they have intense sexual chemistry with each other.
Literally, the end of the movie, Kristy Swanson pieces out on Billy Zane,
her boyfriend,
and rides off into the sunset with her girlfriend Catherine Zeta-Jones, and they take on New York together.
Xena, Warrior Princess, and Gabrielle, who are extremely, I mean, we know that
eternal friends.
They intended Xena and Hercules to be together because that's a pair of shows that go together.
If I remember correctly, I think I did actually read something that they wanted Xena and Gabrielle to be together, and the network said, okay, you can't do that. And so then they were like, no, they're just pals!
Gals being pals. And there's
eternal friends.
There's this trading card. Their trading card on which they are their mouths are this close. Honestly, they're kissing.
I think there's an episode, and again, internet, correct me if I'm wrong, where, like, a dude somehow body swaps into one of them body swaps into a dude, and then they get together. There's something like that actually happens, because I think the creators really wanted it.
And then it even goes back to art history, on which the Wikipedia article for Sappho, renowned lesbian, had an image of a 19th century painting.
It's actually framed a lot like Leda and the Swan, but instead of a swan, it's a naked lady.
Yeah, so it's definitely a naked lady going down on another naked lady. And it's really graphic, and the title given to that painting by the artist,
or at least by the guy who sold the painting, like, or at the time,
not Wikipedia.
The official title of the painting
is Sappho and Friend.
I'm sorry, it's.
I mean,
funny.
There is a historical sort of like devaluing or like. Of lesbian, specifically relationships. I mean, that goes back a long way.
And lesbianism, or like two women in a relationship together, hides in plain sight a little better than two men. And so the history of lesbian relationships, either in media or in life, doesn't really have a lot of parallels with gay, like the history of gay relationships, because that one is just so much more obvious.
Yeah. And had two men couldn't like be old bachelors together,
right? Like had laws like overtly passed against
in
it.
Late 1800s Britain.
Yeah,
one or maybe a detective and one was a doctor. I don't know. Weird. Bachelors living together. Actual canon: Sherlock and Watson do flee London during the Oscar Wilde trials. That happened. Arthur Conan Doyle wrote that.
That's actual canon and text, and think about that and coding.
Think about that, sure.
Versus baiting. All right, read, elect, supply with an army.
Pairs
of gals.
Oh.
I mean,
Gabrielle and Xena get an army.
They definitely get an army. Also because Prince Scientist Bubbline already has an army.
Yes,
she has an army.
But we said we were going to read their scientific treaties.
Oh yeah, we're going to read their scientific treaties that also have song lyrics attached.
But what about
Bubbline.
Diana Palmer? Her name's Diana. Okay. What about Diana Palmer and Sala? Are we not going to
elect?
I want to give them an army. Who don't I want to give an army?
Internet.
Who don't I want to give an army?
That's May's thing.
Are we electing Xena and Gabrielle? President Xena.
Oh my god!
And First Lady Gabrielle.
Okay. I guess we should elect Diana and Sala.
I think just because Diana
is our Biden.
Sala is our Biden for sure.
She's gonna point. She's gonna point.
She's good at winking.
She's good at winking and pointing and
nudge, nudge,
and punching the opposition in the face.
Are women.
And all of her pilots are women.